Hello student, my name is Ravinder Kaur. I am assistant professor in English in Punjab University, Chandigarh. Today we are going to read the poem Planetarium by Adrian Rich. This is an introductory lecture where I'll be talking about Adrian Rich's life and work briefly. So, first of all, let us know who Adrian Rich was. Adrian Rich was originally named Adrian Cecil Rich, but later was popularly known as Adrian Rich. She is a poet of towering range and reputation, and she is one of the most influential writers of the feminist movement in American literature. She rigorously articulated about the oppression of women and lesbians in her poetry and prose. Being triply marginalized as a woman, lesbian, and a Jew, her poetry primarily concerns with the identity politics. She argues that women's disenfranchisement at the hands of men must end. Therefore, for her, the personal and political were completely linked. Partly because of such inclinations, some critics label her poetry as polemical. However, Rich never asserted that only poetry or words can change the society or social institutions. Poetry, as she says, is not a healing lotion, an emotional message, a kind of linguistic aromatherapy. Neither is it a blueprint, nor an instruction manual, nor a billboard. But she also says that poetry is a keen-edged beacon by which women's lives could be illuminated. Now, let us have a look at her early life and works. Adrian Rich was born in Baltimore, Maryland on May 16, 1929. She graduated from Radcliffe College in 1951, where she was selected by Auden for the Yale series of Younger Poets Prize. In 1953, she married to Howard University economist Alfred H. Conrad, and after having three sons before the age of 30, she became gradually distressed with her life and also changed the subject of poetry, which was initially, as most of the critics say, was fairy tale type, to more serious subjects such as rights of women and especially the life of married women bearing children. Such subjects became kind of subject of her poetry. So, in a way, the content of her work became increasingly confrontational, political, exploring themes such as women's role in society, racism, and the Vietnam War. In 1970, she left her husband, who committed suicide later that year, and she won National Book Award in 1974 for her collection Diving into the Wreck. She was also awarded the Academy of American Poets Award in 1997, and she died on March 27 in 2012 at the age of 82 after having a bright career as a poet. As I told you in the beginning, she is more often known as the poet activist for the kind of content she has produced, for the kind of poetry and prose she has written, as most of her work was focused in the direction to bring some change in the lives of women. It was not only straight women, I would say, but also the lesbians. She talked about their rights as well. This is one of the quote I felt I should share with you, where she refused the National Medal of Art, stating that I could not accept such an award from President Clinton or this White House because the very meaning of art, as I understand, is incompatible with the cynical politics of this administration. She went on to say, art means nothing if it simply decorates the dinner table of the bar which holds it hostage. So now you can see the activist undertones in her poetry and also in her prose work, which she implemented in her real life as well. She practiced what she preached. So, this is all for today. In my next lecture, I will be talking about the poem Planetarium. We will read the poem and will also do the critical analysis of the poem. Thanks.